How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. I am actually driving Uber right now. I was able to get this car because my sister has a lease that's ending and she agreed to lend it to me for like a week so that I can drive Uber. With my old Porsche Boxster, which only has 2 seats, I cannot use that. That's why I have not been able to test it out. A word about the process of signing up for Uber. It's really easy to sign up, but there are certain things you need to know. For one, your name needs to be on the insurance on the car because this is not my own car, so you have to somehow get it added to the insurance. Your registration needs to be valid, so you need to show them like a little piece of paper with the valid registration. It cannot be expired. You need the actual registration piece of paper. Now, this process, you can go online and upload all these documents, but there's one single thing that you need to do in person, which is to have the vehicle checked. You bring the vehicle there, they check like, you know, does your horn work? You gotta turn all the way to the right, to the left. They also check that your AC works properly because I think they wanted me to turn on the AC and they got in the car. They want all the windows to be all slid down. They want you to press on the brake so that the brake lights work. They want you to go on reverse, that the reverse light works. Just, you know, a bunch of little checks that make sure that all your lights are in working order. Let me see if I can pull up my application on earnings here. Okay, here we are. Yesterday on Monday, I did 7 trips. It took me 2.5 hours to get this $45.82. This morning, I started at 8:20. Now it's about 9:20. It took me 1 hour to complete this trip to SFO. I earned $32.28, but this is very misleading because $6 of this was in the toll that I paid with my fast track over there, and so you have to subtract $6 from this. I think it's very weird that they include $6 in this, so it's really $26.28. So in total, I did 8 trips already. What I want to do with trying out these new jobs is to get to a proficient level, not just, you know, work a little bit, maybe not expert because that might take a really long time, but, you know, proficient enough to know the intricacies so that I can kind of pass on, oh yeah, you know, here are the tips and tricks on how you can do this. Anyhow, let me show you guys the car. This is not my BMW, but I did put this sticker over here. I washed it, I vacuumed it and everything. And this is the second sticker that you have to put on. There's this little yellow airport thing. This is the airport waiting area in SFO. You can see they have little porta potties, which I just used. This is some ways away, which makes sense because normally you don't want to wait around that very busy area where you pick up and drop off passengers. You just cannot wait there. It's not legal to do that. They don't want people waiting around, I guess. You see it's a 3 Series BMW right there. Fairly new car. I go in here. Oh, you see that? Don't buy it. You don't need it. This is my t-shirt, by the way. It's professionally designed. If you guys are interested, Merch Lab designed this for me. So check out the link down in the video description below if you want one of these guys. So far, I've been waiting about 16 minutes. I came prepared with my watermelon. You know, with all of these jobs, I think it's fun for the first few times, of course. But once, if you have to actually do this for a living, it might not be very fun. It's fun whenever there's something new. It's kind of like trying out a new engineering job. Oh, it's great for like the first 3 months when you're learning everything new. But once you get into the grind, you're just grinding, you're just repeating everything. For me, this is brand new. Trying out this Uber thing, driving everyone, meeting new people. Oh, I just got one right here.
Head northwest towards San Bruno Avenue East.
Remember those dongju I made at my last job? I was about to eat it and then I got a call on here and then I'm like, oh, I gotta go. So I finished doing that. I was about to eat at around 11:05 or something, so I had to complete a trip. This is great because I think if you bring food along and do your trips and kind of do it during the downtime, just eat, you know, do whatever you need during the downtime while you're waiting, then you can kind of double duty and just kind of always be online on your Uber so that you can receive your trip. So now I am going to have the zongzi. It has the pork and stuff in it. Well, I found myself in this area in San Francisco. This is Presidio Heights. Check this out, 3 trips already. Well, I worked 3 hours already, roughly. I get $65, so minus $6 for the toll. So I got $20. You're in a busy area. I've been waiting like 5 minutes already, so no trips yet. While I am doing the Uber thing, I get to sightsee. I've actually never seen this thing before. Normally, I would not just come all the way up this hill just to see that old exploratorium building thing. It looks nice, I guess. It's even a tourist thing because there's this tour bus that's coming by. Dang it, I just missed a trip because I was taking an Instagram picture, and when I pulled out my phone, it looks like, you know, something was asking me to take a trip, and then before I could accept it, it disappeared. So I guess I lost an opportunity right there. Hopefully I don't do that too often. You know, you live and learn. While I'm waiting on Uber, I am making YouTube videos. I borrowed this BMW. The lease is about to go up on my sister's car. There's still about 5,500 miles for me to use over a 1-week period. So doing Uber is probably gonna be very efficient. It's kind of like extracting the value out of the car and converting it into cash. So here's the interior. I cleaned it all up, and you know, the back looks like this. This right here is the Uber sticker. At first, I put it on the outside because I'm like, oh, stupid, right? And I saw someone else put it on the outside too. But you're supposed to put it on the inside. If you read the instructions, see, it says Uber right here. And it's kind of glossy on the other side. It's reflective. So you're supposed to put one on the inside so people can't peel it off. And then in the rear window over there, that's my other sticker over there. And boy, I mean, this is not very good results. $377 for my last trip over here. I started work at $8:20 or so. $32, $23, about $10, $7, $3. So far I made $76.02 in the roughly 4 hours that I work. So this is roughly $17.50 each hour. It sounds like, you know, reasonable amount to get paid, but you guys know I still have to pay gas, which I estimate probably spent about $10 of gas so far. So it's really only about $60. And then that means it's $15 an hour for the 4 hours that I work. And then you also have to factor in the depreciation of the car itself, maintenance and things like that. So I would essentially double the amount of gas. So instead of $10 is another $10 of depreciation as well as maintenance. So this is really about $12.50 an hour. So because I am driving this car free of charge, I don't have to pay for maintenance and the tires even, because the tires are going to be given back to the lease company if I don't use it. So, you know, this is a really good way to like wear down your car. If you ever have like some sort of lease that's about to expire and you have a little extra time, yeah, go ahead and push the mileage to the limit so that you can extract all the value out of it as you can before you return the car. I'm back at the SFO because I wanted a little break. Also, there's a porta potty I can use over there. 150 cars ahead of me. So that lot, that stuff all the way back there and all this over here, this is the parking lot for all the people waiting. 130 cars now. It was 165. It's not as bad as it looks because it looks like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a 2-hour wait, but I don't know, it's like every minute it goes down by 10, 20, so it looks like a 10-minute wait or something. We'll see. It's 2:19 right now. I think I'm probably not very used to manual labor for 9 hours a day. I did work for 9 whole hours, all the way from 8:20 to about 5:20. Now, I'm counting that hour I had to take driving in traffic to go back from wherever Uber took me to get back home. When you do trips and you keep on accepting brand new trips, you might possibly go further and further away from where you live. You can schedule a destination at a certain time, but my experience of using this destination thing generally I did not get that many trips on my way home, so it doesn't gradually push you down that way. My final total today is $118.11. Subtract that $6, $112.11 divided by 9 hours, because I'm going to include that hour where I actually have to drive from wherever it took me back. Now you can kind of go, well, maybe you shouldn't add that, because if you go to a regular job, you don't really have them pay you for that commute. So if it's 9 hours, I earned $12.45. This is before gas, before car depreciation. If it's 8 hours, I earned $14 an hour. What I noticed is taking people to and from the airport is very, very lucrative. It makes my average earnings a lot higher. And if I start taking people on these tiny little trips, you know, like $4 trips, $9 trips, it just is really hard to add up to about $30. So just one single trip of $30, you might have to do what, 8 $4 trips in order to reach $32. They do pay by your mileage as well as how much time you spend. I feel like the way to earn as much money as fast as possible is to rake in as many miles as possible. So definitely very worth it if someone is trying to get from one place to another, a very far place indeed. If you guys are interested in trying this Uber thing, I don't actually recommend to drive this for too long, because you're extracting the value out of your car, and for me it would definitely be very, very not worth it if I do not get free tires and stuff just from borrowing this car. If you use your own car, it's definitely not going to earn you all that much. Plus on top of it, you do not have healthcare that's supported. You have to pay on your own. If you guys are interested, I'll leave my referral code down in the video description below. Some additional tips is that when you drive really does matter a lot, because I was driving from 8:20 in the morning all the way to 5:20, and I noticed a sharp drop in earnings somewhere between 1 and 3 p.m. This is like off peak time, so I could be waiting there for quite a while and I did not get anyone, you know, hailing an Uber or anything. So I ended up just sitting in the same place. I also noticed me getting more rides. Rather than staying in one place, I started heading back to SFO, because at least I know once I get there, I'm gonna get some other big ride ticket. I actually tried to head to SFO 3 separate occasions, and before I was able to reach there, I was still in San Francisco. I got yet another ride, so this might be a good thing, because the whole idea here is Uber tries to find, you know, the closest driver or something that the hailer would accept. So your job as an Uber driver is, you know, if you sit at a non-hot spot where there's not going to be a lot of people hailing it, then you're not going to get as many chances. So you want to get to a place or maybe pass by people that actually wants to call an Uber. And I think this is what happened when I tried driving my way towards SFO. I might have passed by people, and then when I reached there, people actually wanted to get back to the heart of the city, because that's the time where, you know, people kind of want to get back into the city rather than go out. That's what I noticed myself. Last thing is about my condition, my physical condition, because I did not expect to be pretty sore all over the place, like my thighs and stuff, because when you're driving, I drove for what, 8-9 hours or something, your muscles are actually constantly tense, right? Because I have to have my arms held up like this, my fists are kind of clenched around the driving wheel, and then you're always at the ready with your foot trying to push on the brake pedal, you know, push the gas pedal. So you're actually using quite a bit of your body. That's what I noticed. And for me, not being a regular driver, I feel personally just kind of sore all over. So I need to heal from this. I was thinking I go back out around 9 p.m. today. Right now it's 7:45, so I think I'm not gonna go out because I just can't withstand this. I need my body to, you know, build up the tolerance for it. So this is it for today. This is it for this Uber thing. I might be driving it a little bit more. I'm not too sure, but the earnings is just really, really terrible. Maybe I'm gonna try to only drive during peak hours, during surge hours or something, to see if I get better results. With that said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to give me a like, comment down below. Let me know what you think, if you're gonna try it out or not. And as always, don't forget to push that subscribe button and ring that bell icon. Thanks for watching.